After spending a month in Robin Hood's Bay at Naomi's grandma's house, we made our way to Dahab. Dahab is a coastal settlement on Sinai Peninsula in Egypt. It's spread along the shore with beautiful corals. That's why divers from all over the world come to explore the underwater world here. We are not divers, but I heard a lot about Dahab. It was just 5-hour flight from London and pleasantly warm in winter, so we decided to check it out. We've been here for 2 weeks now, and we're not disappointed. Dahab is full of chill-out vibe. There are dozens of nice restaurants and cafes. There are not too many tourists now, as winter is off-season. Everything is reasonably priced, and locals are very friendly. Food is delicious. Naomi is almost 2.5 years old now, and she loves to run away quite often. Uncontrollable little girl.
Naomi? Yeah, I'm gonna go. You.
The only problem here is unreliable and pretty slow internet, but I even managed to do online consultations, and it wasn't too critical so far. To be honest, living next to the sea is priceless for me. The chance to see big water every day lifts up my mood, and the mountains around give this landscape a fantastic feeling. It's just good to be here. It's difficult to explain. Because normally people prefer places more clean and maybe with more infrastructure. Dahab is very simple. But at the same time, you don't need much here. For the first 3 nights here, we booked a guest house and wanted to have a look at the accommodation here in reality, because if you rent out something beforehand, sometimes it turns out to be a bit different. I'm glad we did it like this, and if you go here, do the same, because it's worth it. First, we checked out several apartments in a house in Asala, which is a Bedouin quarter and old town, but I prefer the newer apartment in Mashraba area, which is further from the center. But what means further in the Dahab terms? It's just like 15 minutes walk from the center of the town, so it's not a big deal. The accommodation prices vary from 200-something euros for a really small studio in a Bedouin area, up to more than 1,000 euros for a chic apartment in the front line next to the sea. We found a quite cozy apartment for $350, as long as it's divers, kiters, windsurfers, yogis, and other such kind of people Mecca. They like to come here for a holiday or stay for a couple of months like we do. Some do live here permanently. So there is a demand for accommodation, and that's why prices are so different. This is not typical all-inclusive Egypt, like many people know when they go to a 5-star hotel and spend a week or two not live in the territory of the hotel. and just swimming at the private beach. That's something different, and I totally prefer this. Naomi is a little princess here, a little star. Locals love her, and she doesn't mind it.
Naomi, we will take a photo.
Photo!
Just a few days after arrival, we went on a trip to the desert to see the canyons and dunes. Peter was in many deserts in other countries before. I only saw Thar Desert in India, in Rajasthan, but it was different. Here I liked it a lot. The sand is so small and soft that it feels like powder. Naomi just wanted to sit and play with it all the time.
You're getting distracted again, aren't you? Naomi, come on, everyone's waiting for you.
There were other small kids in the group, so we walked quite slowly and nobody complained. Our first stop was in Abu Hamata Canyon. I never experienced canyons before, only saw them on photos, and it was really interesting. It's amazing how nature formed all these rocks, I don't know how to call it correctly, all these formations that change over time, multiple times, due to occasional rain and wind. I was wandering there and thinking, it was here many centuries before me, and it will be here many centuries after me. And I felt just like a little piece of sand.
No driving the sand, we've got to go. You can hold on to that and we can do it when we stop. Okay? No! When we stop, we have to keep going. This, because it was all the bottom of a sea once, and these are the pebbles that have gathered, and it's formed part of the rock. I think it's called the sedimentary conglomerate.
A tree in a desert. I thought there wouldn't be any tree. Interesting, it's even green. Where are these holes?
They're from desert rabbits that have teeth so strong that they can chew into the rock. There's a poo on the ground to prove it.
Really?
Yes. Would I lie to you?
Yeah, bullshitter.
You were fooled a little bit.
Uh-huh.
Just a tiny bit, you believe.
Found a true desert rose, like in Sting's song.
Скигати будуть, я не хочу я хочу допомогти спати.
The car was already waiting for us to take us to Wadi Mahrum Plateau, where we had a snack.
Дуже багато буде.
Bounce around a lot now.
Тисяч. Багато, аж ног серед нас ще менше будь будинків, що нас немає.
Seen any campers?
На цьому на обзорі холодно, то таке на вижива. Ну, як на мене, то я
Have you ever experienced eternity like this? When you find yourself in the middle of a landscape, in the middle of a picture that you only saw on the screen before, and you are part of it, and you experience everything alive. How do you feel? For me, it's one of those true, real moments in life when you are present here and now. You see, you smell, you observe, you're there.
Tik big.
Thank you. Is it nice, that?
I don't know who made these sandwiches, but they're divine.
Yeah. Whoever did it was an expert.
Yeah.
This stone looks like a cow, doesn't it?
All right, another footprint. We good?
By the way, walking barefoot wasn't that great because there are many spikes in the sand. After our snack at the plateau, we walked further for about an hour. It wasn't hot in the desert at all. I think it was a few degrees less than in the hub, strangely enough. But I can imagine how hot it can be here in summer, probably up to 50 degrees.
You said hello back. Hello! Hello! Hey!
It's the most amazing echo I ever heard. If not us, it would be completely silent in the desert. Absolutely no sound, no wind here. It's mid of January and the temperature is very comfortable. But when you touch the sand, it's pretty cold, in the shadow especially. It's amazing. And when you start digging the sand, it becomes wet.
Its eye, and its neck, and look, its wings there. Wow, a real dragon asleep. That's how big they are. Look at that. On the other side, probably.
Our guides cooked a delicious lunch for us on the open fire. The food tastes the best.
Так, отут, типа, якщо залізти, можна от потім там спуститися з іншого боку.
It's a snake.
There'd been a mouse or a jerboa or something.
Whose footprint is that, Naomi?
Kids were having so much fun. I'm so happy that we can give Naomi such an experience of different landscapes of different countries. After lunch, we were taken to another beautiful canyon when I had truly meditative and amazing experience of walking down the sand dunes, but unfortunately my second battery pack died, so I don't have any footage apart from few videos from a smartphone. Thank you for watching this vlog, and as usual, I'll be happy to see your comments and press like and subscribe if you still didn't. I'll be happy to create more.